The full name of the trail is the Highline National Recreation Trail. It covers about 55 miles, almost 9,000 feet of elevation gain. We're doing it in 4 days, which I think is a perfect amount of time just to escape your normal daily life and get back to nature for a while. This is my 3rd year in a row doing it, and each time it gets better. So far, this has been my favorite. There is another Highline Trail. It's the Uinta Highline Trail in Utah, but this is the one close to home. This is my Highline. This is what I call the Highline Trail. We just started hiking on the Highline Trail. We took a shuttle from the Pine Trailhead to the 260 Trailhead where we got dropped off. And now we got 55 miles to hike back to the car. We have 4 days to do it, which means we have to average almost 14 miles per day. And we're going to be climbing almost 9,000 feet of elevation. So, this should be a fun one. Most of my recent trips have been fairly easy one-nighters. The furthest that Anna's ever hiked is 12 miles. So let's see if we can do this. It's gonna be beautiful. So we are 13.3 miles in or so. So Anna's already hiked the furthest she's ever hiked.
Yeah, not bad.
And we still have 2.5 miles to go to camp. Ready?
Ready.
Let's get this done. All right, so day one is in the books. Ended up being longer than expected. I think we ended up hiking almost 17 miles to get to Horton Creek, but we found a beautiful and a beautiful campsite to camp at right by Horton Creek, and it is so beautiful out here. All right, so we made it almost 17 miles here.
Yeah.
It's your biggest day of hiking ever.
Yes,
And we're not done. How do you feel?
I feel good. It honestly didn't feel like 17 miles. I think it was just very scenic the whole time. So it was just like a nice, long, very long walk. But the rice and beans at the end, Justin's famous rice and beans, was for dinner. And that was very helpful. So I'm tired, definitely, but I'm ready for tomorrow.
So we have a mixture by Anna of Alpine Start and Waka coffee here, and it's
good stuff.
It's good stuff. Nice little view to start the morning with. It is just around 9 o'clock on day 2. We just left Horton Creek, and I think we have about 16 more miles to our next intended campsite at Bonita Creek. And there's not a lot of shade today. It's going to be very sun exposed, and I was looking at the forecast. It's going to be a warm one. We're sitting down for a quick break at Tonto Creek, and I think I want to mention that this ghost town jerky that we found at a farmer's market a month ago, it's chili lime. This might be the best jerky I've ever had, literally. We have a nice backcountry charcuterie going on now. Got some white cheddar Cheez-Its, turkey pepperoni, and that jerky. So delicious. That was a nice little snack break. Stocking up on water. We soaked the hats, reapplied sunscreen. We're about to get a lot of sun. So for lunch on today's menu, I have a gourmet turkey pepperoni mozzarella stick and double tortilla wrap. And Anna is making herself a jalapeno tuna and mozzarella wrap.
I'm gonna call it a tuna melt because the cheese is melted from the heat.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Works out great.
Yummy.
So there's this ranch right off the trail. It's beautiful, but I don't know what they're doing. They should set up a bar or a beer stand like right there. They'd make a killing. They'd sell like one beer every weekend during hiking season. Poor business people. Looks like we're hiking into the sunset today. So we didn't get here till after 7 o'clock last night. We got set up in the dark. I think we did about 17 miles yesterday, but my watch died, so I'm not 100% sure. I'll put the real mileage like up here somewhere. It was a long day. How are you feeling this morning?
Pretty damn sore. Yeah, everything hurts. My feet are pretty beat up, but I gave them a little massage, and I think we'll be good. Today should be milder.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day, but better tread, better terrain. Gonna go back into the forest. It's gonna be beautiful. But Advil is our friend this morning.
Yeah.
Ready to start packing up?
Ready.
All right, let's start hiking.
we're at capacity. All right, we have arrived
We made it.
at our last campsite for the trip. Nice spot to set the tent up there underneath this beautiful tree. Even got a little fire pit over there, so we should have a good night. All right, we've been out here now for 3 days. This is the last night. How you feeling about everything?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like today was a little bit more tame than the second day. The second day really put me to the test. It was quite the challenge. We went over a lot of rocky terrain, a lot of ascents and descents, and sun beating in our faces. And it was pretty dry and hot. But at the end of it, we made it to camp, and we've been kind of laughed about it, and I was probably a little slap happy at the end, but I kind of felt like this newfound sense of confidence. I don't know, that's kind of what it's all about, is doing hard things and getting back to nature and feeling more grounded.
It's been a ride. The first few days have been a challenge, but that's good. That's what I want. Like, I like the easy hikes every now and then, but I don't know. I like pushing myself, and I like doing hard things. Humans are meant to do hard things. Like, I don't think we're supposed to be sitting on couches constantly staring at TV screens and stacked on top of each other. I think we're supposed to be out here in nature, just walking and pushing, and that's what we used to do. That's how humans, I think, are supposed to be. And getting out here for 4 days, it's not that long of a time, but it's just enough of an escape to really get back to, I think, the way things are supposed to be. So it's been a great trip. Just got about 11 miles left tomorrow, and then it's over. It's the morning of day 4. It's about 7:50 a.m., earliest start yet, and we have about 11 and a half miles to Pine. Let's finish this. Several days ago, we were way down there. And we're making good progress today. Let's keep pushing. The funny thing about a hike like this is how much of it is in your mind. The last few days we've been hiking bigger miles, but we've just been anticipating the next campsite, just knowing we're walking all day, and time just flew by. The hours just disappeared. And now we're just a few miles away. It's taken forever. Also because now the freeway has come into view and we're still going uphill.
Such a tease.
Almost there. Nice job. All right, we did it. 4 days, 55 miles, and we hiked the whole Highline Trail. We're exhausted, we're beat up, we smell terrible, but we did it. I think it's time for a beer.
I think so.
Cheers.